everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Chicks TV. This is going to be a quick my 2 cents video on a couple of topics. Y'all caught me mid-gloss. I was just finished putting my lip gloss on during the countdown. But let's get into it. I want to try to do this once a week, maybe every weekend, now that some of the shows are going off. And I'm always very active on Twitter with the hot topics and stuff like that. I'm always tweeting. Follow me at Kiss My Cheeks TV. That's on Instagram and Twitter. But I want to start doing little my 2 cent videos where I just grab the hot topics that are being discussed on Twitter and just give my opinion on it really quick. Not very long. The first one I want to do is RuPaul's Drag Race. You all know Drag Race started Friday night. If you want a long, detailed review, I usually review Drag Race every season on my channel. I'm going to do mini reviews because I'm doing full panel reviews on my friend Charles Warren's channel. Please go to YouTube, look up Charles Warren, and you'll see the full panel of us doing Drag Race with the pictures and everything. I just want to real quick, because I know some people come to my channel to look for it, give my 2 cents very quick. Episode 1 of Drag Race, I loved. I missed it. I love Drag Race. I love RuPaul. So I was so happy to see it come back. The first 7 contestants, I'm not impressed yet. Right now, my favorites are Carrie Colby. She did the jump rope, and she had on that K dress with the fur coat with the lions on the sleeve. I'm a Leo too. I understand all of that team too much energy. I like Carrie. Cornbread, I also like. I'm not gonna like it if every time she makes a joke, it's a big girl joke. Like, be funny in some other kind of way, but I like her personality. I like Cornbread. She won the challenge, and I just want to see more of them. That Willow Peel. I don't get Willow yet, but she has me intrigued. Charles says Willow is good friends with Evie Oddly. I love Evie Oddly, so I think I'm gonna love Willow as well. Everybody else is like, We meet the next 7 queens next Friday. Oh, and they got to see Lizzo. Lizzo looked fucking amazing on Drag Race. I love that look. Next week they get to meet Alicia Keys. I would be pissed. I would be pissed if I got to look at Alicia Keys over Willow. Nothing wrong with Alicia Keys, but when I think of Drag Race, I don't think of Alicia Keys. Tiny story. I never heard of Lizzo. Like, I never was on the Lizzo radar until they did that telephone lip sync. It was either a lip sync for your life or a lip sync for your legacy. I don't recall what episode it was. But until they did that lip sync, I had never heard of Lizzo. So RuPaul introduced me to Lizzo. So it's amazing how some of these shows can introduce you to different artists. But Drag Race, if you want a full, detailed, toot, boot, 10, chop, we do all of that on Charles Warren channel. Up next, I want to talk about Angie, you talking too fast. I wanted to talk about Project Runway. I normally don't review that show. To me, it's mostly about the looks and fashion. It's in the eye of the beholder. Some stuff is trash, but some people like it. So it's not really a reviewable show, but I just wanted to talk about this episode of Project Runway because they had the housewives on it, and you know I love the housewives. When I saw Giselle and Karen, they were the first, and Wendy, they were the only ones I saw going across Twitter because, you know, I'm mostly on Black Twitter. So I thought it was a Real Housewives of Potomac episode. So I was looking forward to Candace. I was praying somebody was going to put Robin in the dress. I was looking forward to seeing all the ladies, but it was just those 3. And we got a couple of ladies from New York and I want to say Orange County. It was a great episode. I love that they designed reunion looks. You know, if you are a fan of YouTube, all the YouTubers do videos on reunion looks. So I just want to talk about the Potomac girls. We already saw the reunion, so we know what they did wear. This is what was designed for them on Project Runway. Let's go with the Grand Dame first, Karen Huger. Um, I believe I saw on Twitter, even though Karen didn't wear this dress, she allowed Chastity to design that pink dress that she actually wore to the reunion. To me, Chastity, I agree with the judges. This looks like Karen's or Monique's dress. Somebody wore this same dress in yellow to the reunion last year. So I didn't think you were very innovative, but if you put something tight and sleek on Karen to let her show off her figure, she's going to look good. I never knew that I wouldn't like black on somebody. To me, black ages Karen. I like Karen when she wears vibrant colors and it sets off her blonde hair. This black makes Karen look older than what she is, and it's just a simple dress, but I like it. Up next, Giselle. Giselle said she wanted to be a suntanned Barbie. When Giselle said that, it makes me understand her fashion choices so much more because the stuff she wears on a regular, it looks like a Barbie doll. Like it looks childish. But I can't remember the guy who designed this for Giselle. Girl, why didn't you tell him to send you this jumpsuit to the house? What you wore on the reunion, I liked, but it was cruise apparel. It was something I would wear on the boats to Captain's Night. This is age appropriate, it's sexy, it has you cinched, it has your girls pushed up, it is fashion forward. Like, I agree with Karen, we've never seen you look better. Like, this looks amazing on you, Giselle, and I wish you would have. It seems like you tried to replicate what they designed for you on Project Runway. The color, that pink is amazing. Everybody can't pull off neon pink. It looks amazing on you. I just wish that to me is more structured. That's more fashion than what you gave on the reunion. Last and definitely not least, where is the picture? Show the picture, child. Lord String Garments. Okay, there it is. Dr. Wendy Osefo. Um, girl, girl. Your face and hair, flawless. Flawless. Now, one thing I will say, if you don't recall, what Wendy wore on the reunion was a fool to me. I hated it. This is also a fool, but Wendy, you look sexy. Everything you told that lady you wanted your girls to be shown, you want your ass to be shown. It's showing right here. Now, mind you, it took a lot for y'all to get here. And you worked that runway, Wendy. You was walking, you were giving, you were serving the look. But I kind of agree, Wendy. Hey, Eric, I see you out in the chat. Wendy said they were all on Twitter roasting Wendy. Wendy is a diva. Wendy was being hard on that lady. I don't feel like Wendy was being hard on her. I felt like Wendy was being dishonest because when that lady told you, I don't forgot the lady name who did Wendy's outfit. She asked you, would you mind wearing a suit? You said, do you think you can do a suit? If you can do it, go for it. You told her to go for it. But then when she came up to you with a suit the next day, you said, I'd rather have a gown. You were dishonest. And I feel like if old girl would have had a tailored, banging, sexy suit for you, you probably would have went for it. But if you like gowns, you should have told that lady you wanted a gown. Now, in Wendy's defense, she said, I wanted her design because I knew this is a competition and I wanted her to be safe. I understand that and I respect that. But you can't have the mindset of, I want her to do her so she could try to win. And then when she does her and you don't like it, you throw her under the bus. Like, girl, I ain't asked for this. I said I ain't want no suit. I wanted a gown. That's the diva part that I didn't like with Wendy. You weren't honest. And when she was honest in how she repeated the conversation, you went all Portia Williams, like, who said that? I ain't say that. Who said that? Like, Wendy, you said it. Just say you didn't like. I honestly liked Wendy's outfit down the runway. It was not a reunion look. I agree. It was too much titties. But Wendy got these huge ass. One thing, Wendy, the titties are too big. And I can't say shit about nobody titties being too big, but my body is proportionate for huge ass titties. Wendy, you're tiny, and the titties are too big. And let's move on. That's enough time on Project Runway. What else I want to talk about real quick? Let's talk about. I talked about Drag Race. Since we're talking about Housewives, let's talk about Monique. I'm sure you all have heard that Carlos King is doing what I suggested that they do a long time ago. It's time to franchise from Huntsville because we tired of Mel and Martell and they bullshit. Carlos is bringing love and marriage to the DMV. Wendy needs to stop playing with people. She does. Like, Wendy was, I'm not going to say she was diva-ish because old girl was crying all on her own. Wendy didn't make the girl cry. But she clearly lied. And if you want the girl to do her, you should let her do her and played along with it. Or you should have told her what you wanted so she could have did what you wanted. But back to love and marriage in the DMV. I'm so happy because Carlos picked up Monique. And I like Monique. What's Monique's last name? Samuels. The Samuels from Real Housewives of Potomac. I want to see Monique back on TV. I've always liked Monique. She was next to the Grand Dame. Ain't nobody gonna take Karen's place in Potomac for me. But Monique was my next favorite out there in Potomac. And when she quit, I was like, oh, but I really like Monique. Monique is somebody who I chose to follow on Instagram. I love seeing her family. I love seeing her with her kids. I love seeing her with her husband. Mind you, people only put on Instagram what they want you to see. Okay. So, but I always wanted Monique to come back to TV. I want to say this, Monique, if you ever come across this video, girl, you thought the girls on Potomac was going to spray your tea. Carlos King is going to leave no stone unturned. So if there's any cracks, fractures, trainers, side pieces in your marriage, clean it up, girl, before you let Carlos come in your house. Because trust and believe. You see what they doing over there in Huntsville. All that bullshit. Carlos is here to give us good TV. He ain't here to clean up your family image. Carlos is here to give us good TV, girl. So if it's anything you don't want to be seen in the Love and Marriage franchise, I don't know. At least Bravo have lines they won't cross. They cross all the lines in Huntsville. Is your name Ashira? I don't want to say your name wrong, but you know who I'm talking about. Monique is going to see what time it is. She sure is. And I like you, Monique. I'm just saying, you think the ladies having a secret dinner on Potomac was something. Carlos is going to film the dinner. And it seemed like Monique is going to be the queen bee of the show. But look at what Melody's supposed to be the queen bee of Huntsville, and they tearing her ass up. Now, Ashira, you want me to give my opinion on Ariane Curry? Girl, Ariane, you got what you want. You got, even if it was Monique, I mean, not Monique, I got to get back to Melody. Melody, whoever left who, because I'm tired of Melody and Martell arguing over who left who did what, who cheated first. I don't care. At the end of the day, Ariane, you got the man. Don't you? Don't you got the man now? Melody is leaving his ass alone. You stuck around for 7 years, 6, 7 years, however long you've been sticking around to get Martell. You got him. Why are you talking? Martell is your problem now. Or your love, whatever he is to you. I don't know. It seemed like you're going to catch hell from him too. Why is she doing, why is any, I would see, I feel the same way about Ariane that I feel about Melody and Martell. The marriage is over, dissolved. You all are done with each other. Martell can go over there and be happy with whatever woman he want to be with. Why are we still talking about this? I would not care. If I was Ariane, now I understand they talk about you on TV. She just seemed jealous she can't be on the show. And girl, this is what's wrong. And I don't know how old everybody is in the chat and who may be watching this, and this is no shade. But I feel like this is what's wrong with the younger generation. I ain't gonna just say the younger generation because there's some people my age that'll do anything for 15 minutes of fame, and we're gonna get to that person in a second. But I just feel like this, I'm just gonna say with some people, I ain't gonna put it on the generation. This is what's wrong with some people. Ariane, you don't understand that if you get on this show, you're not gonna be a fan favorite. We're not gonna talk about you nicely just because you get on TV and get to tell your side of the story. You are a known side piece. The worst of the side pieces, because you can't even say, I didn't even know he was married. You known this man was married and you still chose to be with him. So you wanted to be, you were content with being a side piece. You can't be mad that the wife is talking about you. You can't be mad that the wife, who seems to be the brains of the operation, don't want you on her show. I don't want to see you on my Instagram live. That's why I ain't watched the Instagram live. I didn't watch the Tasha K interview. I ain't subscribed to Ariane's YouTube channel because there's nothing that Ariane has to say that I care about. Nothing. I done heard all the clips. I seen the little clips on Twitter, whatever. That's about as much as I want to give Ariane my attention. It's nothing the side chick can say that would make me have any compassion for you. Just take care of your baby and move on. Because I guarantee you, if you are with Martell, he's going to do you the same way he did Melody. Oh, she still don't have a man. She just got a baby. They ain't together. Did Melody say they drove down the street and saw them together coming out of a restaurant or something? I thought they was together. She was just posting a picture of them somewhere at the mall, Martell in the background. So he still ain't claiming her, even though he doesn't have a wife. That should tell you all you need to know, Ariane. That should tell you all you need to know. This man still ain't claiming you now that he doesn't even have a wife. Martell wants her on the show to give him a storyline and to spread the other marriages on the show. Look, most people, let me tell you, that's why I'm happy they franchise, because I don't want Ariane on the show to destroy other people's marriages. But most people with common sense can already see the cracks in everybody else's marriage. I don't care if Marceau, and mind you, I don't believe Marceau is faithful at all. But I don't care if Marceau was the most faithful man on this universe. I wouldn't want to be with his ass. Tisha, trust me, if everybody in the world had the mindset of Angie, no woman in this world would want your man. You wouldn't have to worry about another woman wanting his ass. I can't stand Marceau. You can clearly see the common sense of the way Marceau moves and talks on national television, that he's not faithful to Tisha and he doesn't respect his own damn marriage. Kimmy, I had hope for you, girl. No disrespect. But the way that Maurice got on that stage and lied and said he ain't never met Ariane, he ain't never been in her presence, and if he was in her presence, he wouldn't leave. That let me know right there, if Maurice can lie about not even meeting the woman, then he could lie about any and everything else. And I believe Ariane when she said Maurice was in Atlanta with a linebacker. I believe it. So we don't need Ariane on the show to destroy people's marriages. Common sense already tells me that ain't nobody on this show got a marriage that I want. So I'm happy Huntsville is taking a break and Carlos is going out to the DMV, because everybody in Huntsville needs a new storyline Or let's not go back because I really don't care. You said, Eric, you said most people don't have common sense. They don't. But if you have common sense, all you got to do is look at the last reunion that was taped with Carlos King and see that all of those people have problems in their marriage. And that's about it. I should have watched the Tasha K interview. That girl is an airhead. It's really sad how she thinks at 31 years old. I saw the clips, and the clips showed me I ain't have to watch the whole thing. But let's get into the next person who, what did I say? I forgot what I said. Well, let's just get into this story because it's definitely somebody who overshared. And somebody in their 40s or 50s. So I don't know how old Jim Jones is, but he just wants attention. Now, mind you, I didn't even watch. I just be looking at the clips of stuff, y'all. I apologize. But I ain't really want to watch because I ain't care about what he said because what he said disgusted me enough. Now, I'm assuming on lip service, this is what Angela Yee, they had to have asked him, how did he learn how to tongue kiss? And he said his mama showed him how to tongue kiss by kissing him in the mouth. I'm hoping he was asked because to me, that's not information you just normally offer up. And even if that was my truth, I would have lied. I'm like, oh, the girl, my freshman year, I dated this. Matter of fact, that's how I learned how to tongue kiss. That's how I learned how to tongue kiss. I was a freshman and I was dating a senior, and that was my first real tongue kiss, and not just like that. And that's how I learned how to do it. I would have told that lie instead of saying my mama showed me. And mind you, I feel like he said that because he knew that's something that's outrageous. It's gonna pick up a soundbite on every YouTuber, every blogger. Everybody gonna be talking about Jim Jones' mama kissed him in the mouth. He came back the next day and said he ain't mean it. But his mama came back the next day and doubled down and was like, yeah, I did it. I want to show my son how to be a man. All I have to say is this. If it was vice versa, if Jim Jones was a 40-year-old lady and it was the daddy that showed a daughter how to tongue kiss by kissing his daughter in the mouth, jail. And what I need is for people to start treating their sons the same way. When you see young boys being abused, touched, kissed, fondled, fucked, all of that, treat it the same way as if, be just as disgusted as if it was a man doing it to a young girl. To jail with all of them. Because a lot of these boys have fucked up sexual mentalities for being abused as a child. And mind you, Jim Jones, probably for him to even repeat that statement, he obviously doesn't felt like that was some kind of abuse. Now, I ain't talking about, I've seen a lot of parents who kiss their children on the lips like this, but he said tongue kiss. And to me, that's completely different. To me, that's abuse, and that's too much for a mother and a son. Jail that way. Start protecting our young boys the same way we want to protect our young girls, because I'm telling you, it messes with their mentality. I know a lot of men now in their 40s and 50s who have said some similar stories to what Jim Jones was casually talking about, and it has really fucked with their mentality on the way that they treat women. And I'm going to leave that there because I want to have a deeper conversation about the subject matter, but I'm going to save that for a completely different video. So, I don't believe it. Jim Jones be playing too much for attention. Then why his mama doubled down on it? Now, I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Ashira or I'm going to call you Ashira. If it's wrong, just say you saying it wrong in the chat so I'll quit saying it wrong. I do believe, like you said, it was for clout. But the mama it seems strange that the mom, because if it was for clout, when he took it back, it would have seemed like the mama would, for her own reputation, would have said, yeah, my son was tripping. I don't know what he's talking about. But she said it like, yeah, I did it. And this is why I did it. I don't know. But again, the point I made is it's a lot of people in this world that will do and say anything, true or false, just to get a sound bite out there so their name could be trending across Twitter. And it's sad. And that's very sad. What else do I have on my piece of paper I want to talk about real quick? Oh, my last point. We heard this week that Tristan is the father. I don't care nothing about Tristan being the father. What got me this week was all the tweets about all the apologies that Khloe owes Jordan Woods, that Kimora Lee Simmons owes Jordan Woods an apology. Like, all these people need to apologize to Jordan because Tristan is the father to this new outside baby. Number one, the best revenge. Who said it? Beyonce, the best revenge is my paper. Jordan Woods ain't losing no sleep over what happened between her and Tristan and all that drama with the Kardashians. To me, the best thing you could have did, girl, is exit yourself outside of that family. That family sucks all of the black culture out of people. They want to be friends with us. They want to be us. Mind you, I just saw this clip of Khloe, and mind you, I don't really rock with the Kardashians. I ain't never know she said this shit because I ain't never really watched the show to know that she said it. But in the clip, it seemed like it was a family from the family show. She was talking about Kim being upset that people on the internet were talking about Kim having a black baby. And she was saying, I wouldn't care if people knew I had a black baby. I would tell them I love black cock and I love black men, and I don't care if they call me a nigger lover. And she said the N word. Now, bitch, why wasn't Khloe canceled however many years ago that she actually said that? The family is trash. And mind you, I honestly feel like Khloe don't come out apologizing for this clip coming back around. But when you can say the N word so smoothly off your tongue with a camera in your face, and you ain't even censored yourself with a camera in your face, you say the N word all the time. And I believe everybody in that Kardashian Jenner clan say it all the time. But let's move on, because that was my point. I just thought about that clip real quick. Nobody owes Jordan an apology. Not that she's not due an apology. I don't think she cares. And I think the best thing that ever happened for Jordan was that situation with Tristan, so she can get away from that family, because she is glowing up. She is showing you, I don't need to be friends with Kylie to still have all the endorsements and all the influencer checks and all the rich boyfriends that you got. I still got them. I don't need to be associated with your family to still live the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to. So, Khloe, Kimora, everybody who talked all that shit, keep your apologies, because trust me, for a woman to completely change every inch of her face and body to feel beautiful like her sister, who has also changed every inch of her face and body. I'm like, how you gonna be jealous of bitches who have had plastic surgery? Like, at least be jealous of a natural bitch. But moving on. For Khloe to have changed every inch of her face and body, it's to the point where her baby don't even look like her. Her baby is gonna grow up and be like, who was my mama? Because I don't look shit like you. She is miserable. She's sad on the inside. She needs help on the inside. For you to look, because Khloe looks fucking good. Mind you, she had all the surgery in the world, but she looks fucking good. For you to do all of this and this man still can't be faithful to you. He still, and mind you, this woman just happened to be pregnant. He's been fucking all around Khloe, all over Twitter and Instagram, in our face since he been with her. This just happens to be one that got pregnant. And mind you, it don't seem like Khloe want to leave his ass. Khloe is hurting on the inside. So forget all the apologies. Khloe getting all the karma. All the karma is coming back sitting on her shoulders. And I'm actually worried that this girl is close to a mental breakdown. She has to be. Because how can you do all of this? And the man, he don't want you, girl. And you still want to be with him just for it ain't even for the clout for Khloe, but I think it's just so she can say she got a man. But it ain't no other men. I mean, it's plenty of men that want a Kardashian. You can't get another one. Hell, find you one that you could pay to be faithful. That's what your mama doing. So go ahead and just pay you one to be faithful. Anyway, that's all my 2 cents. That's all I have. Y'all, this ponytail is so tight. It's so tight on my head because I wanted my eyebrows to be a little arched. So I put the high ponytail in today. I got to turn this video off just so I can take my ponytail down. It's a mess what people do for their fashion. But anyway, that's my 2 cents, y'all. If you're watching this on the repeat or if you're watching this live, go ahead and like this video. And get in the comments. Let me know what you think about each subject at hand, just so I can know y'all's 2 cents on the subject. And I'm going to try to come back and do this every weekend. I'm going to make this a part of my weekend and reality reviews, where I just find the hot topics on Twitter that interest me and just give my 2 cents on them. I'm going to try to do this at least once a week because I'll be having stuff I want to say. And I'm always tweeting it. And again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, Kiss My Cheeks TV, then you won't see what I'm tweeting about. But that is it. I haven't watched that new show, The Ladies Who List. I want to put that in rotation for my reviews. So The Ladies Who List, I'll probably review that tomorrow when I do Portia's show. I'll put that on my TV watching for tonight. But you all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you all later. Bye.